Okay guys, I'm going to show you my truck pack 600, or E6000 over here. I'm going to show you what's going on with this. It has been registering and reading at like 4 volts. This yellow light just stays on full time and it never charges. So I'm going to show you what I found and how I fixed this and what happens, okay? So in the back of the case, first things first, you're going to have to take it apart. In the back of the case, every other hole is screwed in from the back, and then on the front of the case over here, it's every other hole. But there's a hidden screw that took me a while to find. You have to peel the sticker back, and there's a hidden screw right back over there. It's going to take you a minute to find if you don't know about that, so make sure you make note of that, okay? Past that, it comes apart super easy. Just get a screwdriver and pop it apart, okay? When you get it out, okay, you're going to take the batteries out, and you're going to find that these batteries, for me, one of them was defective. This one over here is shorted out. If you look inside, and I show you the measurement on this one over here is charged. This one over here is not. But when I first got them out, they were both stuck at 4 volts. And I tried charging them, and it started stinking and smelling and causing problems. So when I disconnected the 2 batteries and charged them independently, I found that this battery here is shorted out internally. This should be 12.6 volts, and there are 6 individual cells in here at 2.1 volts each, okay? And right now, only 3 of these cells are working. There are 2 of them that are shorted out internally, or maybe 3. I haven't done the math on it, but you get the point. And that's the reason why no matter how much I charge this one, it will not go over this voltage. Okay, 6 volts. So that probably means 3 of them are working. But this one over here did take a charge. It's not fully charged, but it took a charge. I put it on for like an hour. So this jet battery's still good. This one's still bad. Now, you could just replace this one cell and probably make the jumper work, but it's not a good idea to do that. Both of these batteries should be evenly matched. Otherwise, one of them is going to be pushing harder than the other. If one of them is more dead than the other, then that one's going to be draining a brand new battery. So it's not a good idea to change just one. You should change both. And when I pulled it out and looked at it, you can see right here on the case, it's all swollen. Okay, let me hold it a little closer to you so you can see in the camera. Okay, the case is swollen and is buckled up over here. So this battery over here, actually when I was charging it, this is what I was smelling. The case is actually starting to melt. So these are no good. So I'm going to be done with the voltmeter over here for now. So I'll put that away. Now, so when you take this thing out, there's foam pieces on the sides, here and on the top, all over. So that way it's supported, okay? Now these batteries I purchased on Amazon. These are the brand new ones, okay? I searched this part number right here. You can pause the video and take a look at that. And then I found these. There's only 2 options, okay? This is the more expensive of the 2 options because this is a high-rated gel series. The other ones, I'm not too sure what the application is, but these ones over here are designed for the high amp output. The other ones that they have on there are not. I'll try to link these in the description if I get a chance to look that up, okay? So what I did is these batteries came individually. I just put some double back tape in between both of them, okay? So it's pretty simple. Just double back them up. Now, they do have a different terminal on top of them, as you can see. These are a stud type, this is a nut type. But it does come with bolts, which are left or right over here on the other side of the shop. Sorry, I forgot them over there. These are the bolts it comes with. So these cables should be long enough to work. So we're going to go ahead and go through this right now and make sure everything's going to be golden with it and it's going to work, okay? So first things first, we're going to slide that in. I'm just going to put a little support under here so it doesn't keep falling out, okay? So I think these are going to work over here. Yeah, looks like it's going to work fine, but I might have to put a little cant in these wires over here. So I'm going to take these over here, just give a little bend so they fit in here a little bit better. There you go. Okay? So that should be pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and just bolt these bad boys up, and we'll go ahead and test them all out. So it shouldn't be too hard. All right, it comes with bolts, and it comes with extra longer bolts in case you have too many things to go through. And I think mine are going to be okay with the small ones, but it does have some little in here lock washers. So I'm going to use the lock washers so this doesn't back off as I'm jostling around and moving it around and all this other stuff. So let's go ahead and put this on. Now the way I found this over here was this big cable on the bottom, this in between, and this top one on here. I'd recommend going back in the same way. If you put the small one on top, what's going to happen? Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to have to use that bigger bolt. Yeah, see how that's not long enough? That's not sticking out enough. Yeah, I'm going to have to use this longer bolts. Good, I'm glad that they included them with the kit. That's good. All right, it's almost like they knew what the heck they were doing. They said that these were a direct replacement for this specific jumper. So looks to me like they're actually doing it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this cable on the very bottom so it has the best contact here, okay? I don't want it this, because this is the main output that goes to your jumper cable. I want this connected directly to the battery. I don't want to have to go through these other joints. I want a direct connection as best as possible. So I'm going to put this one down first and these other ones on top. And there's some argument that you should do this one first. So I don't know. But I personally, well, you know, when you think about it, it might make more sense to have it on top. That way it's pulling from both batteries independently. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That makes more sense. All right, so I'm going to put this on top, this one second, and this one third. And you notice I'm starting with a positive cable. That's not on accident. That's on purpose. Because if these touch anything, I don't want them grounding out. If, you know, my tool accidentally touches something, I don't want it accidentally grounding out. Okay, so that's on. Obviously, I need to put a pair of pliers on that. Or not pliers, but a socket wrench to tighten that up properly. So let me get out the proper socket. I think it's 8mm if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Yep, 8mm. All right. I'm going to get my tool, tighten this bad boy up. And make sure the thing's still recording. It is. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm still recording. All right. Sometimes I forget to hit record and I feel like a dumbass to have to do it again. Now these don't have to be that tight, just snug, all right? Now this is only gonna have one cable going through, so I'm not going to use the long bolt, I'm gonna use the short bolt. All right, and it looks like they have a, looks like a 12mm and a 10mm length bolt. So there you go, that's on there. Good, all right, so that's on. Now I have to take this other cable off of this one. All right. I thought I already had all these stuff off. I missed this one. Sorry, guys. All right. That's now off and ready to go. Now we're going to use this long bolt and another washer. Put this thing on. And then this over here is a charging battery cable, the small one. And it also goes up to the little cigarette lighter connection over here. So that's pretty good, but again, I have to put this little bend in this so it fits. A little bend in this so it fits. Just a little one. Won't take much. All right. So now, this should go straight on in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All righty. And snug that down to where it touches. Good. Now I'm going to put the last little jumper on for the second battery. All right. Now we'll give these a little snuggy snug. Make sure you don't contact over here, so I put my knuckles over it. So that way, just in case anything happens, and I drop it like this or something, it doesn't short the battery out, because that's a good way to see a big spark and potentially short out your battery internally. It's not good. Definitely don't want to be doing that. So, all right. I have that all attached and ready to go. This thing should be electrically put back together now. So let's go ahead and turn it back to the point over here, and we can go ahead and test this out a little bit and see electrically how it looks now. All right, so testing the voltage, and there you go. We are back up at 12.6 volts. Let me get the charger cable. All right, I got the charger cable here now. Let's plug it in and see what our lights indicate here. Boom, perfect. And you can see it's starting to go up now for voltage. So that means my charger is working. We're doing good over here. And I can also hit the test button and it's working. So this pack is working properly now. I have proven that the problem was these defective batteries. So that's pretty much it. That's how you fix these truck packs. And this is the big one. The small little ES6000 would basically just be one of these cells. And it's the same cell in here. If you check the online stuff, it says these are special cells to do high amperage. That's why I recommend those ones. And you can pause the video and actually see the part number on there. As I said, I'm going to try to link it in the description. So where I bought it on Amazon. But even if that seller stops selling, you can still find the part number. So you don't have to go with these specific ones. You can go with these aftermarket ones, and they should work just fine for you. So, yeah, so that's about it. I have monetized my channel now, so please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and that helps me monetarily. So, thanks so much. Take care. Thanks for watching.